What's going on, community? A couple of updates rolling around. Y'all know I like to do it in fancy spots, move around a little bit. So out here in the Palm in Dubai, UAE is incredible, man. People out here have treated me like family. So let's see. We got a couple of really interesting updates. I think the two biggest ones are we saw the team in RH kind of officially turn down all their validators. They're all off now, as far as what we've been stated publicly. That is very interesting for a couple things. I want to pierce through that just a bit. So one, if you look at the amount of validator participation we had, that was something that was always a bit of a concern in some of the early days, was just, validator costs, even some when it was a DPoS system, delegated proof of stake. So to see those shut off and us still be around that 20,000 number, we may have climbed over it now. I'll have to double check shortly. So to see us over that participation, that's something we see on a lot of the social channels as well. When we see people try to sort of engagement farm the community, this community puts out work. So to see no more sort of official validators from the core dev team, and to still have that level of participation, still not have anything like, say, Lido or Rocket Pool. So these are actual validators, right? It doesn't mean that these things aren't being run through different types of data centers, or that there aren't certain players running large amounts. Of course, there's some of that. But to still have 20,000 this early, I haven't even turned on my own yet. There'll be something I do want to get back over stateside. So to see that is incredible. Like 20,000 plus validators spread out the way they are. That's an incredible level of rigidity, kind of just structural strength. And also just, again, it's one of those huge signs that we talk about all the time, the difference in our community and participation. So very happy to see that. The APY is also still very, very healthy. Probably check that out. So I think that's really, there's a lot more than that than just the dev team turned them off. Like if you really look at some of the data and participation compared to other things, and you say, hey, here's a brand new chain in the middle of a bear market and there's 20,000 validators being run, that's as good as it gets. So I'm very, very happy. I'm personally grateful to the community and everyone who is running validators, Max, Feder, Gamma, all the hitters who are doing great work, helping provide support on those things. That stuff's huge. Very, very happy to see. The other is the auto router. So RH has this tweet here going over some of that. That stuff matters more than people think. We buy into a lot of narratives when we're looking at these things as far as for price appreciation, growth, sometimes personal validation, because we own these things. We're very proud of them, right? I take a lot of pride in this. I know so many members of the community do as well. So it's great to see improvements on things like PulseX. We'll see more and more in the future. It'll be interesting. I'll probably do a video shortly. Uniswap released some of the V4 stuff, so there's even more code to look forward to be projected soon on top of the V3. But the auto router helps a lot with order execution. You can see where it'll explain going through steps, and we can break into this on a separate video. But to see that improvement is a big deal, and anything that improves order execution matters more the larger your bag gets. So if you are looking at, say, a gas fee that's 30 cents, $3, $30. Okay, well, the smaller your bag is, the more important that price, that fee is on trying to make decisions and behaviors and execution. If you're a big whale, you could care less. It's all the same, right? But a whale does care about slippage and price impact. So the difference in, say, 0.01, 0.1, and 1% slippage is massive to large players. So this auto router, it'll be something to see if we start to see more and more larger players start to step in, or if those players feel more comfortable making, let's say, larger buys. It'll be interesting, something to track there. So those are the two big changes, just seeing the unbelievable decentralization numbers, the APY being so live for validators, the amount of community support, despite some of the negativity you might see on Twitter. There's 5,000 people complaining on Twitter, and there's 20,000 validators out here running. So proof's in the facts, right? Don't listen to negative narratives. And then to still see continued improvement already on PulseX, to have something that wasn't originally there. We still have features coming. Like when people are complaining about price, like all the features that hasn't even wound out. Everyone should check this video here from CC. He goes into a lot of in-depth showing both PulseChain Safe, seeing, that's the Gnosis coming around. You can be able to see now Fetch. We have that running. We're going to have more of the tokenomics. I know everyone will be excited about that. So we'll have the tokenomics coming out soon, but it's a great dev update on everything that we have going on. Community, we couldn't be more happy. We are kind of in that home stretch, finishing up auditing, and not only for us, but there are projects waiting on us. There are amazing projects being built that have the same type of infrastructure hurdles, a ton. So in some ways, we're launching, not just us, but the chain itself is still launching. We're seeing, the core dev group make changes. We're seeing validators turned on. We're seeing DeFi really start to show up. We're seeing this infrastructure really start to pop up as people can start to build more front-end DeFi, and everything's actually coming together. So community, this is the time. It's building. Enjoy it. Don't stare at the charts and get too down. If you guys get a chance to travel, you should do that. Obviously, be careful. It's a great time to DCA. I talked a little about that in some of the looking at, say, assets versus goods and some of that structure. So I'll try to drop some more content. I've been traveling, getting under the weather. It gave me crazy mental fog. So even though I've been feeling better for about 2 weeks, it's taken me a bit to get all the way back to normal. So luckily, a little sun and some of the desert did a lot to help smooth me out. So community, I'll talk to y'all soon. Masalam. Y'all be safe.